welcome to my channel. My name is Eunice if you're new here. So I finally got another makeover video today. This one is really special because it is at my parents' home. I'm currently visiting them right now and I thought I was the only one making over our home office room back in SF, but it turned out that my mom had also been wanting to change up hers. So their home office room had been untouched for nearly 15 years, and so there were a lot of things that we wanted to change up. It had these polo red walls that may have been a thing back then but were definitely harsh on the eyes, and I remember back in high school not really feeling drawn to studying in that room. And the red is actually not that bad because that room gets a lot of shade, making that red more like a maroon color throughout the day, but we still wanted to change it up and repaint it with a more modern, welcoming, grounding, and calming color. These shelves were also a mess, and if you've seen my bookshelf decor tips video, then you know that some organizing and rearranging can make a huge difference. The desk was also smack dead in the center and it just looked like it was floating, so we knew that we had to make some room to have it better placed and maybe add a rug below it to just ground that desk into a little area. And lastly, there were pieces in that room that just looked outdated, and the room had just collected random stuff over the years that just needed a better placement. So the goal wasn't a complete do-over because we still had these big furniture pieces that were still in great shape. It was more to just change it up a bit, get rid of things that we don't need, and update the room with some modern touches. So first things first, we Marie Kondoed the space. We recycled a bunch of old magazines, yellow pages, just stuff we didn't need anymore, and also donated a bunch of books. And it was a really fun process because my mom and I got to rediscover some old memories, and also some traumatic ones like the SATs and the ACTs. We also gathered a bunch of old decor items to resell on Facebook Marketplace, so keep watching if you want to find out how much we made from that and what we were able to buy with the money we made from it. A lot came out from cleaning up that room, and we just felt so refreshed and light afterwards. After cleaning out this space, we repainted the walls. As much as my mom and I both wanted to go for the very trendy, bright white farmhouse look, we both knew deep inside that a darker tone would just match better with the furniture pieces in that room and also match well with the rest of our home. So we felt pretty limited in the beginning because if you know, like, the modern home style is very cool tone, like more grays, but the furniture pieces that we already have a more red tone. So we were like, how are we gonna find a color that, you know, fits with the furniture pieces but still looks modern and can last a long time? We were finally able to find a color that worked, so we were really inspired by this black bean color that I found on Pinterest, and we found one very similar to it. And what we love about this color is that it's got this mix of hues under different lightings throughout the day. Sometimes this color looks more brown and sometimes more gray and purple, and we really liked how it went really well with the furniture pieces but also kind of added that like cooler purpley undertone for a more modern look. And because the color is dark, it does a really great job at just kind of muting out the space and having all of the dark furniture tones with the walls blend together to really add some weight to the room, if that makes sense. We are extremely happy with the result of that paint color, and it's so funny because my mom and I now joke that the color is so calming that it defeats the whole purpose of having it in the home office room because you can just fall asleep in it right away, which defeats the whole purpose of productivity. So after we finished painting the wall, I rearranged the bookshelves back to where they were. I did think about putting them differently, but because the bookshelves were so wide and big, the best arrangement was just how we had it before. And after that, I rearranged all the stuff on the bookshelf to make it look more organized and minimal. And it turned out that a lot of the decor pieces that we already had went really well with the wall colors, so I was really happy about that. And because we had gotten rid of so much stuff, we finally had a lot more room to give more presence to really meaningful and sentimental items like certain frames and books. So to dedicate a space for that desk and not have it float around, we decided to get a rug to place beneath it. And we found 2 rugs at HomeGoods. We took it home to test out, and I shared both on Instagram to gather all of your thoughts, and almost all of you said the dark blue one. I totally agree. I think this one just helped add more weight to that area because of its like darker and richer color, and also the maroons in that rug really helped tie in the reddish furniture pieces together. So we ended up placing the desk diagonally so that there's more movement in the room and so that it becomes kind of like the focal point when you walk in the room because the entrance is near the corner. And we also removed the red chair that was behind it before and replaced it with this more minimal chair that we found in my brother's room. And to finish up that area, we also thrifted this lamp from Goodwill, which I love. It hovers really nicely over the desk, and when the light is lit, it has like this dim effect just like on that focal point in the center of the room, and it really sets this mood. My mom had these like little briefcase decor pieces that we knew we wanted to keep, but we didn't really know where we were gonna put it, and we thought they looked really nicely just like right under the desk to fill up some of that empty airspace, and it really helped tie that table and the rug together. We also kept this little side table that we already had with the globe that was on top of it, and we placed both in the little corner by the bookshelf right behind the desk. And I think every home office could use a little globe. My mom also already had this like giant clock in the corner, and we kept it there, and it's got these little shelves that we put some decor pieces on it. And then we also swapped the curtains in this room with another one from a different room in the house, and this one just went really well with the room. It's got this like warm color, it's made of a burlap like material, and it really helped achieve that calm feel, and the burlap like material also helps add a more earthy and modern touch. The chairs. So these chairs were accidental but so perfect. With the desk now diagonal, we knew we had to fill up that empty space, and we brainstormed some ideas like maybe having 2 ottomans, maybe having a recliner chair. So my mom and I went to HomeGoods to get some ideas, and we went to one further away that we both had not been to in a really long time. And when we got there, we first checked that place out, and they didn't really have anything that we wanted. We then discovered that there's a Restoration Hardware outlet right by it, and I was so excited. It was a pleasant surprise because I'd always wanted to check a Restoration Hardware outlet out, and this is where the money we made from reselling old furniture pieces and decor items comes into play. If you know Restoration Hardware, you know that their pieces are very luxurious and expensive. This is my first time checking one of them out. I've seen a bunch of videos about it, and when we walked in, we did one lap around and we found these 2 chairs that we fell in love right away. So these chairs are about $1,500 in the market. I know, it's so expensive, but they were marked down for $250 each at the outlet. So after placing them on hold and circling for an hour whether we should get it or not, we finally committed to buying them. The best part is that we were able to fully cover it with the money that we made. So we made $550 from all the stuff that we sold, and if you can do the math, you know that it perfectly covers these chairs. So if you're looking to make over your home, I highly recommend putting in that effort and trying to sell all the stuff that you don't want anymore, because you may not want something that you own anymore, but somebody out there will really want it. So I think it's a great way to update your home without having to spend extra money out of the pocket. Continuing with the chairs, I think these chairs were really well thought out and designed because they look amazing in any angle, which is why they fit so well as floating pieces in this room, and they really just added that extra oomph that this room needed and turned it into a more dynamic space. Alright, so moving on from the chairs, we wrapped up the space with some plants and pots. The space definitely needed some more greenery, and we deliberately avoided wall art just to give more emphasis and presence to the bookshelves. And this turned out well because it just kind of helped simplify the space, and the bookshelves just take up so much wall space. Alright guys, it is finally time for the big reveal. Before I show you, let's just reminisce back to what it looked like before. The room had these red walls. It was very cluttered. There were a lot of little pieces that were outdated. And after a simple paint job, rearranging, cleaning out a bunch of old stuff, reorganizing, and getting 2 beautiful chairs, this is what the room looks like now. So that was it for my mom and dad's home office room makeover. I hope you enjoyed it. It was definitely a special project getting to work on it with my mom and dad, and they're really happy with how it turned out. I think the best part of the project was just not having to spend that much. The only things that really came out of pocket was for the paint and the rug. Since finishing up that room, my brother and I have both been working more in it, and my mom and I have been enjoying some morning coffees together on our new nice chairs. Let me know below what you thought about the makeover, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this from me, and when you do, also hit that bell next to it so that you're notified when I upload future videos. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well. I like to post updates on my projects over there. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.